How are you doing?
Cold here. We have a cold day today.
What happened?
We have a cold day, temperature wise.
Oh, it's cold. Yeah, we cannot change the season. We cannot change the growth of the body.
Right.
We, you see that is how the Eastern wisdom works. The moment we understand, oh, can I change my body? Can I stop the growth? No, I cannot stop the vertical growth. It stops. It stops. It stops at a certain age, and then I cannot stop having gray beard. I can show to the people that I have black beard. It's a different matter. But Master says we can change the mind. Body we can repair and maintain. Mind we can change. Our perception changes. I should not be attached. I should not be deluded. I should not live in ignorance. That is what is the basic uh, understanding of enlightenment. So let us first do the practice and then we will talk.
Okay.
Mangala Charan practice.
Mhm.
During the practice, I will uh, mute your sound. So the first step is place, position, and posture. What is this? This is awareness at the threshold. You become conscious of your body. Where are you sitting? The surface beneath you, the floor or the bed or the home, and your body posture. We are again raising our awareness. We are not changing the body at all. Hey, just pay attention. We are doing the practice with understanding and the wisdom. Now question is, can you say, oh, my dog have a place, position and posture? No. No, we can train a bit. Impulsive nature still continues. But by being aware of the body, the place, position, we raise our self awareness, and that brings the impulsive, instinctive tone down of the mind. Just be very clear, and the more you understand during the practice, the better it is. Raising self awareness is the first act of turning within. What to turn within the mind? Why it inspires the inquiry. What is that inquiry? Who am I? Unlike animals that react impulsively, like a dog seeing a reflection and preparing to fight in the mirror. Instead, we see ourselves reflected and know it is me. We point to ourselves. This self awareness is the foundation for the journey of any meditation. How? Just look mentally the entire body, check the where you are sitting, be aware how your body is positioned, be aware your sense of connection to the place. Be aware. How you become aware? You become aware by observing. That is what by observing. I'm taking the practice out of all the cult, dogma, belief. We are only focused on the knowledge part, understanding. Why? The greater and deeper the understanding is, the life changes. So you are in a sitting position. That is what is the place, position, and posture. You can also ask, am I conscious of myself right now, or am I just acting automatically? So when I say, am I conscious, means, am I am I aware of the body? Then place, position, and posture. So, that understanding I summarized into the place, position, and posture, the very first step. Very first step. Now we move to the next step is being comfortable. Being comfortable is changing the direction of the mind. All of our animals, they also have the sense organs. So, through the sense organs, with an impulsive mind, they look at the world. We have an option to change the direction of the mind. Why we have an option? Because of the intellect. Even the animals are intelligent, but they don't have a free intellect to make a choice. So, what we exactly do, you shift our focus of awareness from the world outside to your own body, sense experiences, and consciousness appearing within or behind the body. You see that? That is why I say what I say. You look at the skin of the body. You look at the skin of the body, top to the toes, top to the toes. Then what happens? Then what happens? You sense experience. And that experience, I say, sensation, comfort, and steadiness. You see, the mind it may trouble you, mind may move the body, visiting may start, but because of our self-awareness, we can maintain sensation, comfort, and steadiness. What is the understanding? Changing the direction. Why change the direction? Changing the direction of the mind prevents impulsive, animal like thinking. You know, sometimes we are living in the world outside. Oh, this person is crazy. I don't like him. So that is the impulsive nature. So now when you move the mind within, you change the direction, it draws attention inward, away from judging the world towards knowing the self. So it is something you can say the inner looking. Majority of the practitioners and the seekers, they spend 10 years and 15 years and still they are not able to get it. You just look at yourself in the mirror, move your awareness as if scanning the skin from the head to the toe. Feel the presence behind the body. What is behind? That is your experience. Behind the body, we experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Okay. So just check we have done The second step, changing the direction. But what happens when you change the direction? You may find and experience that the body is not going to move. It is just a matter made up of five elements. Equitude allows experience of the deeper state, stillness, clarity, or a momentary silence. Very good. So now we will move to the next step is what watching, observing without attachment, or observing without attachment uh, is what is we say carefree. So why we want to develop an attitude of carefree? You know, this impulsive mind. Yes, you see the impulsive mind. Impulsive mind move the body. The impulsive mind keeps keeps senses and the world outside together. Then what happens? The movement, visiting. But why visiting is not required in meditation? Not required in meditation. Because it keeps the mind, it keeps the mind outside. So that is why we have to be carefree. So, what exactly is understanding carefree? It is a practice of understanding, or you can say it is an understanding practice. If I make it the things clear. So what I say, you just thought are coming very good. The mind has an urge to move the body. You just watch and feel the thought, but don't move. Oh, you watch the thoughts and emotions come and go without engagement, not a participant. What it means? What it means? It simply means the sky does not move. Even we have millions of birds flying, flying around. So the millions of thoughts and thoughts, feelings of the body. We take an example, feeling of the body. Now I feel the pressure. Let me move. You don't move. Mind says, let me move, and you don't move, you just watch. So when you observe or watch, you separate, you separate yourself, you separate from the thoughts and feelings. Now another question comes, and I have already answered. Is the thought not associated with me? Answer is big no. It is like the sky and the birds. Nothing changes in the sky. So that sky is the space. It is the awareness behind the thought. That does not change. During anxiety, pause, watch your worries as passing birds. Or you simply say, this is a thought of anxiety and I am not a thought. You can say, I am not a thought, and hence I am not an anxiety. Do you understand that it takes fraction of millisecond to change? Fraction of millisecond to change the millisecond to change the state of the mind. So we may experience a bit sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Sensation, relaxation, and a kind of motionless state. That is a great achievement in a shorter period of time. The dog is sleeping, and we say, oh, the dog has a very shorter span of the sleep. Here, they listen the sound, and they wake up, and their eyes points to the sound. It is impulsive nature. Animals perceive reflections and react. Reflection in the mirror and the react. Humans can discern. What is that? Discernment means observer and observed. Any thought, feeling, emotions you are able to watch, you feel they are separate from you. They are different than you, and it is obvious. It is a clear understanding. It is a clear understanding. I wonder your connection is broken, but you can continue the journey. You can continue the journey. Yes, you can continue the journey. Yes, internet connection was broken. It's okay.
That's
You can
fine.
continue the journey.
Yeah.
And then in that state of being carefree, so what we have experienced, your understanding that we have done the first step, we have done the first step of place, position, and posture. Very good. We have done the being comfortable, and sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And now we are being carefree. It is sensation, relaxation, and stillness, and a separation. Now continue the practice. We will move to the fourth step. The fourth step is what we say the Mangala Charan. Eyes are closed, and Mangala Charan is setting a sacred intention at the beginning of your journey of self-discovery. At your journey of self-discovery, either those in sitting and being comfortable, position and posture, and yes, you can even lie down, no issue. So, laying a welcome mat at your front door. What is Mangalacharan? It is laying a welcome mat at your front door of the mind. So, why we put the front door of the mind a welcome mat by the mantra? Not to prevent the impulsive nature of the mind. It is a protective boundary. Mangala Charan is almost a protective boundary and invoking peace, clarity, calmness, joy. How we do it? Yes, in the state of place, position, and posture, in being comfortable, we already discussed and understood, in being carefree. So you see that first part of understanding, the first, you are clear, your mind is clear, I would say. The mind is clear, not not getting associated with any thought entering the mind, clear or feeling. And then we find the space, there we find the space, and then we say mentally, may there be happiness for all, three times. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. May there be happiness for all. May there be happiness for all. May there be happiness for all. Then we move to the contemplate happiness as the space behind thoughts, feeling. Contemplate happiness as a state of awareness, as a space, or as a state of awareness. It is awareness. Does the happiness has a name in the form like the body? No. It is the state of awareness behind the thoughts and feeling always present, though often unseen. Very good. And then we reflect. What we reflect? We reflect that happiness is present as a state of awareness in all the locations, at all time, at all time, in all relations. Means what? Happiness is our essential nature. Essential means what? Permanent, unchanging, unchanging, not coming from anything of the world. It means what? Does not depend on anything that is changing, and that is why we say happiness is one attribute of real self. We can use the other mantra, any mantra also. So we have to do the practice every day in the morning for a few minutes. And and now we can, in the next step, we find now the space between, we find the space between you and the thoughts and feelings. Thoughts and feelings. And in that space, when you are aware of the space, just drop mentally Om Shanti. Om Shanti means I am peace. We are not saying I am in peace. We are saying I am peace. I am peace. So now you can easily understand, you can easily understand, you can easily understand why we have the steps of place, position, and posture, sensation, comfort, and steadiness, changing the direction, then being carefree, we separated observer as you and observe as all the thoughts are separate. And then we discover the space. Discover does not mean we created. Discover the space and drop Om Shanti means I am reminding. I am reminding of my nature. I am reminding of my nature as Om Shanti. This time the mind is internally drawn to every time. There is another way to do it. You watch the thoughts coming and going, no issue. You observe the thoughts coming and going, then observe the pause and the thought space. In that space, drop a silent mantra or remembrance into that gap. What is that mantra? Is Om Shanti. Om Shanti. I am the peace. And experience the immediate calmness or the peace state. It is awareness. It is the state of awareness. It has nothing to do with color, nothing to do with color and the form and the image, etc. And now you can chant loudly or mentally with me. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You are chanting with me with intention, anchoring yourself in awareness. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. One more time. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You have a deeper experience of the calmness. Now you can bring the mind on the right hand. You can bring the mind on the left hand. Lift your both of arms, place it on your eyes. Experience the change. Not only that, you should ask what I'm inviting into my mind right now. We need that level of awareness. Why I am starting this practice, how I am preparing my inner space. Can I analyze my reactions and shift from the impulse to awareness? Will I reflect before welcoming outside influences? Am I ready to choose peace, not chaos? It depends on us. It depends on each, on the knowledge and understanding. Nothing, it can be. We can be into that state of peace and happiness all the time. So, all the time means that real self is in front. Not all the time, impulsive mind is in the front, instinctive mind is in the front. Like the dog looks into the mirror and ready to fight and starts barking. So our impulsive mind looks at a person, this crazy guy, he causes me this stress. We also start barking. See the understanding. Impulsive mind looks into the mirror like a dog or a bird, and discerning mind looks into the mirror. We look into the mirror, we say, here is my head. For the dog, it is inside the mirror. We both look into the mirror. That is same. Our eyes are all, perception is also the same. What changes? My intellect, the human intellect, where it is inside. It is inside. Eyes of a dog, and my eyes also look into the mirror in the same way. The mirror is also this remains the same. So it is the impulsive mind. I do have an impulsive mind. I have a discerning intellect. So I use the discerning intellect. I no longer remain the impulsive mind, and I can find that happiness or peace all the time. All the time means that I get stuck. I don't see this space. I don't see the space between my impulsive mind says that this guy is crazy. So that guy is crazy, gets associated with my mind. I don't see the space between. Oh, this is only a thought. What I have to do with it? So since when the ignorance has started? Since our birth. Since our birth. So as we grow older, when we are not able to distinguish between the real self and the false I, created by the mind in delusion, then we continue to live even we are 100 years old and we still see the same impulsive reaction. And that is why I'm reminding you today, acronym SILENT. So if you look at the letter S, the still the restless mind. Why? How you still the restless mind in the practice? What we did by place, position, and posture. by being comfortable and carefree. So, through the body awareness, we want to still the restless mind. We experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness, and we separate. We separate, we separate, we separate by being carefree. And the moment, the problem, the beautiful part, the moment you separate the observer and the observed, you have an experience of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. And stillness. So, this is what we did in the previous practice. So, that is why I created an acronym so that we should remember. So that is, in a primary meditation practices, many people use, oh, imagine a calm lake perfectly reflecting the moon. So you imagine. Here we don't use any imagination because there is every chance of imagination turning into hallucination. So we don't do anything. Our mind too often are like a turbulent water. We don't go there. We directly hit the mind. Place, position, and posture, being comfortable, being carefree. Yes, being carefree. That is the letter S. And then the letter I is we invite. Or here I would say you invoke the space already present within. There are many ways we can understand this. So we invoke, we means we become aware of the space. How we become aware of the space? It's a how we become aware of the space. It is so simple. You are sitting there, I'm sitting here, there's a space between it. But we don't become aware. Why we don't become aware? Because of the impulsive mind. Because we get associated, we identify. We identify. We identify with a new dress. Oh, I'm looking smart. No, your dress is looking smart. You are not, you are as it is. You are as it is. One guy told me, oh, it has been a month, I went to salon and then I shaved my beard. Now I feel very fresh. I said, no, your mind is fresh. By shaving your head, you cannot be fresh. If if by shaving, if you are fresh, then all the women are always fresh. That is the problem. That is the problem. Uh, all the women are fresh because they do not have uh, hairs or beard. So Eastern wisdom says understanding is required, nothing else. Now, now the another part that we discussed indirectly in the practice, the letter L in the silent means let go of the worldly reliance. Word comes to us by how the word comes to us. Word comes to us by thought, feeling, emotion, anger, hesitation, hesitation, reaction. The word comes to us, but that is how we see the word pleasure, pain. That is how. But here, what we do, Here we separate the world from us. Why? It is already separate. It is already separate because of impulsive nature of the mind. Impulsive nature of the mind, understand clearly. Because of the impulsive nature of the mind, when I say I am in anxiety, it is a thought that I don't see, I do not see, I see I am in anxiety, but it is I do not see, it is a thought. I do not see, it is a thought, and I am not a thought. I cannot separate. The same thing, you can, the same example. You hate someone. You hate, for example, you hate someone. So you have a thought of hatred. You have a thought of hatred, and then you imagine that hatred is in you, as if the person has entered into you. Person has not entered into you. I allowed my impulsive mind. My impulsive mind is made an entry. That is the problem. That is the problem. So what to do? Think of shedding old leaves in autumn from the mind. Think of shedding old leaves. Oh, I hated that guy yesterday, but now why I should hate? Think of shedding old leaves in autumn. The word, oh, yes, that's a good point. Running after external pleasure or running away from pain and all the anxiety these create are rooted in this impulsive nature in this world. So the letter L helps us to understand, let go of the worldly reliance. The word letter E, embrace the present moment. Embrace the present moment. That present moment we create, we discovered. How we discovered? By place, position, and posture, by sensation, comfort, and steadiness, by sensation, relaxation, and by separation, and by understanding, by being aware of the space. Aware of the space, we have already embraced the present moment. E, lattery, like a steady flame, burning brightly in the dark. The present is your only true moment of life. And there is located the permanent peace and the happiness. So I had a present moment yesterday. No, that was the past now. Now you have to live in the present moment. It is not yesterday. There is no present moment yesterday. It is gone. It is here and now. So that will break the impulsive mind. Normally we find, oh, I had a present moment yesterday. I find a lot of people talking about that, but it means they do not understand the principles. And then the nurture the inner peace. Now N letter. Nurture the inner peace means that you see the space, you see it, and you drop Om Shanti, I am the peace. You see a person, impulsive mind says, I hate that guy. The next moment you have a space, Om Shanti, finished. It is dropped. Why it is dropped? That ignorance, it is a delusion. It is a mirage in my mind. Nurture inner peace and the space. And the last letter is teach. Teach through the presence. Teach means teach home. Teach your impulsive mind. When? All the time. Teach your impulsive mind all the time, in all the locations, in all the relations. What to teach? Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, and it is done. So I converted. First, we did the practice, including the Mangalacharan, which means we invoke the auspiciousness every day in the morning, and then we understand its philosophical aspect, the principles, how many principles are applied through the acronym SILENT. S, still your restless mind. So the first three steps, invite or invoke presence within. L means let go of the worldly reliance. Let go of the worldly reliance means when I say I am in stress, I have anxiety, I have duality, I have a conflict, it is already the impulsive mind is active and in association with the world. So I simply remember by understanding the world does not have the property of peace and happiness, love and wisdom. Finished. Then I embrace the present moment with the space and Om Shanti. And I nurture it. Oh, again I see this space, Om Shanti. Again I see this space, Om Shanti. In this location, in this relationship. And then I continue to teach. When? When you are in the kitchen, when you are in the restroom, when you are talking to someone. Now tell me, how are you? How are you? You have to unmute it. I have muted during the practice.
Oh, here we go. Okay, what was the question now?
Did you understand clearly?
Yes, yeah. We talked about the acronym SILENT. Okay,
Yes,
we came to embrace the present moment,
yes,
which should be going towards wishing it for permanent peace whenever we think of the present moment and to nurture inner peace
yes. When?
all
All
the
the time.
time. Yeah, 100% of the time.
Come on. You are present all the time in that event, in that relationship with that person, in the kitchen, in the restaurant. It doesn't mean that you are in the restaurant, you are present in the kitchen. You are present all the time.
All right.
Why you are asking this question? You see, that is why we need an understanding, explanation. You know, that question was based on the impulsive mind. But once you are clear and you have a smile, oh, now I got it.
Yeah.